What's up YouTube, this is Shorish and welcome to your second tutorial on Intermediate Java. In this video we're going to learn a bit more about the JFrame. Now in the last video I didn't quite go over exactly how the program worked because I thought it was a bit obvious. But nevertheless I thought it would be better to do that in this video. So how exactly does this program work? Now as you can see, when we create an object of JFrame, it basically sets up all that layout, that entire screen and all these buttons. It is done automatically by the constructor. So we do not need to define anything explicitly. Actually, we do not really know what's going on inside there. What's that? This is called abstraction. And this is one of the technical terms that you need to know in computer programming and something you need to get used to. Because abstraction is very prevalent, especially when you're going to do graphic user interface. You need to take a lot of things for granted. You can't go over how exactly this happens and how exactly that happens, because then you'll never really learn anything. So, and now you can see what we are doing is using objects, using functions of this object. So this object of JFrame is calling the functions of JFrame in the class, that is the functions defined in the class itself. And using these functions, it is actually setting the variables of this object to different values. And these are the variables which control the different properties of the JFrame object. So that's really how this program works. Now a few more things I would like to go over is, one thing I forgot to mention last time is that what if you want to keep this resizable property of the frame to be true? Well, then you don't really need to write this statement at all. I mean, you could really, delete this statement and write true here and compile it and then it would run perfectly. But you don't really need to do that. Actually, if you want the resizable property to be set true, you don't need to write anything at all, because by default, this property is actually set to true. So we'll go ahead and run that and you'll see in a moment what I mean. Okay, let's run this. And as you can see, you can now resize this screen whatever you want to, like that, and it gives no problem at all. Maximize, minimize button works perfectly. So, and also last time I had mentioned that exit on close is not the only parameter available or the only constant available to use in this, to pass to this function rather. And today I will be going over some more variables that you can actually use. Okay, now one of these variables is something called do nothing on close. And let's write that down. Do nothing on close. I'm sure you already guessed what this does. When you press that exit button over there, it's going to do nothing. So we run that void main again, and as you can see, I'm going to press the exit button, but nothing is happening. And this is a real pain in the neck. I have to go to the debugger and terminate this program manually. So two more variables are there which you can use, but you will not be able to figure out the difference between these two variables, and I'm going to just show you. And exit on close, they look exactly the same, but inside what really happens is a bit different. Now the first of these variables, rather these are constants, is hide on close. And what hide on close does is, when you press this close button over there, it just hides the frame. It doesn't really exit the frame or terminate the frame, just the frame goes invisible. What would really happen if the set visible was set to false is what really happens in hide on close. But as you will see, there will be no difference when you run the code. So there will be no real difference with exit on close here. We'll show you. See, when we press the close button, the program terminates. But it is very useful to write hide on close sometimes, especially when we open a window from another window. Like, sometimes these menus have links in them to open new windows. And when we open that window, if that window's default close operation is set to exit on close, then when we close that window, the entire program will terminate, and we really don't want that. We only want that screen or that JFrame to disappear. Then we can use hide on close. And even better than hide on close in these situations is a variable called dispose on close. And what dispose on close does is it doesn't really hide it, it really disposes it. So you can't see it anymore, it's not even there anymore. It's not just hidden, it's gone to the garbage heap, right? And that's really all for today. I know this is a very short video, but much better things are going to come soon. So be tuned and see you next time.